Okay, so today we are going to take a look at seeing if some Windows code from 1985 will run on modern Windows. And you can see I have some programs here that are part of the Windows 1.01 SDK. This is our makefile here. I have the actual source code. You see version 1.01, 1985, a little Hello World program. About dialog, paint procedure, installation code, the actual entry point is here. And of course the callback function. Now you'll notice that, first of all, this looks a bit different from modern C code. This is how it was done back then. But aside from that, the actual function calls are pretty similar to Windows today. You know, your entry point is still generally called WinMain, although now there's an ASCII and Unicode variant, but you can still use WinMain. And you have two instances, your command line and your Windows state passed in. Of course, this is not existent anymore. It's now a different calling convention, but still, signatures are pretty similar. So we're going to see if we can take this code and see whether it will compile and run on Windows 10, or if I have to make some changes for it to work. I suspect I'll have to change at least these, and perhaps those two, because those are a different type now. WPREM and LPREM, I think, are no longer words as long as I think they're a larger size now. But most of this still exists, this still exists. I think this is what this still exists. This is their function they're calling. This still exists. So we're going to see if this will run on modern Windows. There's some other files here, just the header, resource file. This might still work. The icon will not work. You can see VS Code doesn't know how to load it because Windows had a different icon format back then. So the icon will not work on modern Windows. But the rest of this just might work. Now I'm going to open a new project in Visual Studio because I don't think this command will still work in modern Windows, and I'm not sure what the modern equivalent of all these switches are. So we're going to let Visual Studio do that for us. Let's go in and Windows desktop application. Or we'll just call this there used to be an option on Visual Studio to make an empty project, but it seems like they've taken that away, which is unfortunate. This is going to create a lot of garbage that I don't want. On Visual Studio 2012, when you did that, it would go into a dialog box where you could choose your options. But they've taken all that stuff away, so what we have to do is delete all this other garbage. Maybe the icon's there for now. Okay. Let's see how many errors we get. Oh, box is undefined. That's because you don't have a resource file yet. Let's see if it actually does recognize that. We'll have to see if it compiles that way. These are because our resource is gone and hello.h is gone, right? So let's add those. There we go. Everyone just paste our code in there. That's interesting. Oh, right. That's because of this. ASCII and Unicode don't always cooperate sometimes. I don't have to change this. We'll change that to this small.ico. Since we can't use the original logo or icon. Definition for hello when proc not found. Why not? It's right there. Matches it. Let's just try compiling this and see what happens. It's not too surprising. Well, I don't want a precompiled header. Do I have to go and change properties somewhere? It's incredibly annoying. No. Let's try that. Try again. I don't want precompiled header. That must be why. Not using. Thank you. Let's try again. Farther this time. Okay, unresolved get instance data. Where's that win main 16? Ah, okay. So this must be. Where am I looking? Win main. Yes. Okay. So this is a feature of older Windows where you could only register your class one time. So what this does is it looks to see if there is a previous instance of the window open, and if it does, it will try and load the data from that previous instance instead of creating new data. This is not done this way anymore. and the get instance data function apparently no longer exists. So what we'll do is just try and comment this out. We can, apparently when Visual Studio doesn't have comment all lines at once. Single line comments weren't supported in this version of C, so we notice that every comment is the open and close comment type. Those weren't supported, I think, until C90 or C95, something like that. Why is this not happy? Properly terminated macro invocation. Tell you what we'll do. We will delete that. Okay, now it seems happy. Let's try again. Well, it built, and it quit immediately. That's interesting. So we only had to make that one little change to the code to get it to actually compile. It doesn't seem to actually do anything. So why would that be? Of course, it could be because of this. I'll just put a little debug in there. I think I have these backwards. Alright, so we got to this line. Yeah, so this must be failing. What does that do? So register class must be failing. Wonder why that would be. There's not a lot of code here. All it does is, and this looks pretty close to modern stuff. What I could do, because this is going to be an ASCII string and Windows might want a Unicode string here. That should still work, that should still work, that should still work, that should still work. Let's see what happens this time. a window though. So that time register class worked. You know what I bet the issue is? Yes, right here. Because this name has to match this name for the window class. And we'll put a Unicode string here as well. Now let's see what happens. And look, we have a window, though it's very small. Resize it. Hey, how about that? Okay. So, our 1985 code is running on modern Windows. Doesn't really do a whole lot. Our about box looks pretty miserable. But it does run. So, what did we have to change to make this work? One thing we had to change was, where was it? Was the, actually I can go here, let's see. One thing we had to change was this stuff. This get instance data is no longer a function in Windows, so I had to delete that. And the other thing we had to change was changing the names here, this name, and these two names from ASCII to Unicode. And that's what all we had to do. So I hope you enjoyed this little look at seeing if 1985 code will run on modern Windows. And it does with very minimal modifications. Maybe at a later date I'll go back and see if I can try some of these other more in-depth applications, but for now, just a little short video on getting a 1985 Windows version 1 program to run in Windows 10. So hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.